The top 10 richest tennis players in the world. So let's get started with Number 10. John McEnroe. John McEnroe, with a net worth of $100 million. Born on February 16, 1959, in the United States, McEnroe was a skilled tennis player known for his excellent shot-making and volleying abilities. He was also infamous for his confrontational behavior on court, which often got him into trouble with tennis authorities and umpires. McEnroe achieved the top ranking in both singles and doubles during his career, with a total of 77 singles and 78 doubles titles. This is the highest combined total of any male player in the Open era. He won 7 Grand Slam singles titles, 4 of which were at the US Open, and 3 at Wimbledon, as well as 9 men's Grand Slam doubles titles. In 1984, McEnroe's singles match record of 82 wins and only 3 losses gave him the best single-season win rate of the Open era, a record that still stands today. Number 9. Pete Sampras. Pete Sampras, born on August 12, 1971, is a retired American professional tennis player with a net worth of $150 million. Sampras started his professional career in 1988 and ended it with a win over his rival Agassi at the 2002 US Open. Sampras won 14 Grand Slam singles titles during his career, including 7 Wimbledon singles titles, 2 Australian Opens, and a joint open-era record of 5 US Opens. He won a total of 64 singles titles. Sampras first reached the world number 1 ranking in 1993 and held that position for a total of 286 weeks, second only to Roger Federer's 310 weeks as the number 1 player. He held the number 1 spot for a record 6 consecutive years, from 1993 to 1998. Number 8. Andy Murray. Sir Andrew Murray, a British professional tennis player from Scotland, has a net worth of $165 million. Representing Great Britain in his sporting activities, Murray is a 3-time Grand Slam tournament winner, 2-time Olympic champion, and Davis Cup champion. In 2016, he won the ATP World Tour Finals and was also a former world number 1. Murray made history by defeating Novak Djokovic in the 2012 US Open final, becoming the first British player since 1977 and the first British man since 1936 to win a Grand Slam singles tournament. He is also the first British man to win multiple Wimbledon singles titles since Fred Perry in 1936, having won the tournament in 2013 and 2016. Number 7. Andrew Agassi. Andrew Agassi, a retired American professional tennis player and former world number 1, has a net worth of $175 million. He had a successful career spanning from the late 1980s to the early 2000s in singles. Agassi won 8 Grand Slam championships and a gold medal at the 1996 Olympics. He was also a runner-up in 7 other Grand Slam tournaments during the Open era. Agassi was the first male player to achieve 4 Australian Open titles, a record that was later surpassed by Novak Djokovic in 2015 and then by Roger Federer in 2017. He is one of 5 male singles players to achieve the career Grand Slam in the Open era and one of 8 in history. Additionally, he was the first of 2 to achieve the career Golden Slam, and the only man to win the career Golden Slam and the ATP Tour World Championships. Number 6. Serena Williams. Serena Williams is an American professional tennis player and former world number 1 in women's singles. Her net worth is estimated to be $180 million. Williams has won 23 Grand Slam singles titles, which is the highest number of titles won by any man or woman in the Open era. The Women's Tennis Association ranked her as world number 1 in singles on 8 separate occasions between 2002 and 2017. Williams achieved the number 1 ranking for the first time on July 8, 2002, and held it for 186 consecutive weeks, tying the record set by Steffi Graf. In total, she has been ranked number 1 for 319 weeks, which ranks third in the Open era among female players, behind Graf and Martina Navratilova. Number 5. Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal's net worth is estimated to be $180 million. He is a professional tennis player from Spain who currently holds the second spot in the world rankings for men's singles tennis, according to the Association of Tennis Professionals. Nadal has won 19 Grand Slam singles titles, which is the second most in history for a male player. He has also won a record 35 ATP Tour Masters 1000 titles, 21 ATP Tour 500 titles, and the 2008 Olympic gold medal in singles. Nadal has held the world number 1 ranking for a total of 209 weeks and has been the year-end number 1 5 times in majors. Nadal has won a record 12 French Open titles, 2 US Open titles, 1 Australian Open title, and 2 Wimbledon titles. He has won at least 1 Grand Slam every year for a record 10 consecutive years, from 2005 to 2014. Nadal has a total of 85 career titles, including the most outdoor titles in the Open era and a record 59 titles on clay, with 81 consecutive wins on clay. In addition, he holds the record for the longest single-surface win streak in the Open era. Number 4. Maria Sharapova. Maria Sharapova, a former professional tennis player from Russia, has a net worth of $195 million. Although she played under the banner of Russia with the Women's Tennis Association, Sharapova competed on the WTA Tour from 2001 to 2020. She has been ranked world number 1 in singles by the WTA on 5 separate occasions, for a total of 21 weeks. Sharapova is one of 10 women, and the only Russian, to hold the career Grand Slam. She is also an Olympic medalist, having won a silver medal in women's singles at the 2012 Summer Olympics in London. Sharapova achieved a rare level of longevity in tennis, with several tennis pundits and former players calling her one of the best competitors in the sport's history. Number 3. Novak Djokovic. Novak Djokovic, a Serbian professional tennis player, has a net worth of $200 million. He is currently ranked world number 1 in men's singles tennis by the Association of Tennis Professionals. Djokovic has won 17 Grand Slam singles titles, which is the third most in history for a male player. He has also won 5 ATP Finals titles, 34 ATP Tour Masters 1000 titles, and 14 ATP Tour 500 titles. Djokovic has held the number 1 spot in the ATP rankings for over 280 weeks. In majors, he has won a record 8 Australian Open titles, 5 Wimbledon titles, 3 US Open titles, and 1 French Open title. By winning the 2016 French Open, he became the 8th player in history to achieve the career Grand Slam, and the 3rd man to hold all 4 major titles at once, the first since Rod Laver in 1969, and the first ever to do so on 3 different surfaces. Djokovic is the only male player to have won all 9 of the Masters 1000 tournaments. In addition to his individual achievements, Djokovic was also a member of Serbia's winning Davis Cup team in 2010 and in the 2020 ATP Cup. Number 2. Roger Federer. Roger Federer is a professional tennis player from Switzerland with a net worth of $450 million. He holds the record for the most Grand Slam singles titles in history for a male player, with 21 titles. Federer has also held the world number 1 spot in the ATP rankings for a record 310 weeks and has been ranked in the top 10 continuously from October 2002 to November 2016. He has won a record 8 Wimbledon men's singles titles, 6 Australian Open titles, 5 US Open titles, and 1 French Open title. Federer is one of only 8 men to achieve a career Grand Slam. and he has reached a record 31 men's singles Grand Slam finals, including 10 consecutively from the 2005 Wimbledon Championships to the 2007 U.S. Open. Additionally, he has won a record 6 ATP Finals titles, 28 ATP Tour Masters 1000 titles, and a record 24 ATP Tour 500 titles. Federer was a member of Switzerland's winning Davis Cup team in 2014. In the Open era, Federer is the only player, after Jimmy Connors, to have won 101 or more career singles titles and amass 1,200 wins. Federer has been a professional tennis player since 1998 and has been ranked in the top 10 for over 14 years. Number 1. The Brasov Bulldozer is a Romanian businessman with a net worth of $1.2 billion. He has a background in professional tennis and ice hockey, having been a former player in both sports. He currently holds the position of president of the Romanian Tennis Federation. He was a former top 10 singles player on the ATP Tour and won 1 Grand Slam title, the 1970 French Open in men's doubles. In 1975, he made history by becoming the first man to play against a woman in a sanctioned tennis tournament. He played against Abigail Maynard in that match. His ice hockey career was also notable, as he participated as a defenseman for the Romanian national team in the 1964 Winter Olympics. Following his retirement from professional sports, became active as a tennis coach, advisor, and player agent in the 1980s. In addition, he developed the Mutua Madrid Open ATP Masters tennis tournament, which he now owns. If you enjoy this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.